If you're going through hard times in your life, this is a sign that you're about to change your life forever. Because if you can go through hard times and learn from it, become stronger from it, then nothing will stop you from being successful. You just have to keep pushing. Even when things get bad, even when you feel like giving up, just keep pushing because you don't know how close you are to success. I was born into poverty. I didn't have a father figure growing up. I had a drug-addicted mother. And to make things worse, I lived in a small town where there was nothing to do. Every day after school, I would come home and I would think to myself, what am I going to do now? There were no extracurricular activities. We couldn't afford them, so all I had was my thoughts. And believe me, they were not good thoughts. They were full of anger and hate towards my mother and towards my situation. I remember sitting down and telling myself, I swear to God, one day I'm going to be successful. I'm going to buy a big house and a nice car. But the moment I said that, I felt so embarrassed about myself because I was like, why are you even trying to dream big? You're poor, you're stupid, you're a loser. You're never going to accomplish anything. You're never going to make anyone proud. Why are you even trying? So I pushed those thoughts out of my mind, and I just went back to living my life. But something inside of me changed. After I said those words, I started to see YouTube videos about how to be successful, and I would watch those videos over and over again. And I would apply the things that they were saying in the videos to my life, and then I would measure my progress. If it didn't work, I would try something else. Now, this took me years to finally become successful. I tried so many different things. I was a landscaper. I got injured. I sold insurance. I worked at a call center. I did all kinds of stuff. But throughout all of it, I kept learning and I kept growing. I kept trying new things. And then eventually I found something that worked. And here I am today talking to you guys. And I know a lot of you guys are going through some really tough times right now. Some of you may be dealing with family problems or financial problems, or maybe you in school and you're getting bullied. Whatever it is, I want you to remember one thing. The fact that you going through tough times in your life is a sign that you about to change your life forever. Because if you can go through hard times and learn from it, become stronger from it, then nothing will stop you from being successful. You just have to keep pushing. Even when things get bad, even when you feel like giving up, just keep pushing because you don't know how close you are to success. So let me tell you a little bit more about myself and how I became successful. After I finished high school, I had no idea what to do with my life. I wanted to join the military, but I couldn't because I had a felony. So my mom told me, why don't you try college? She said you could go to college for free. So I applied to a local community college. I started taking classes and I was failing almost every single class. I hated it. It was boring. I didn't want to do it. So I stopped going to school and I started working at a call center making $12 an hour. That job was horrible. I hated it. All I did was sit behind a desk all day and talk to customers. So I started looking for a new job and I found a landscaping company. I called them up, asked for an interview, and I got hired on. The first day I started working there, I was so excited. I thought to myself, wow, I'm finally doing something productive. But the second day I started working there, I got injured. I was cutting grass all day long, and I messed up my knee. When I came home that night, I couldn't walk. My knee was so swollen, I couldn't put any weight on it, so I had to go to the hospital. The doctor told me that I needed surgery and that I would be out of work for 3 months. I was devastated. I thought to myself, how am I going to pay rent and bills for the next 3 months? I was only making $12 an hour and I had no other job skills. I was desperate, so I started looking for a new job. That's when I found a job selling insurance. When I started selling insurance, I thought to myself, this is it. This is the job that's going to make me rich. But I was wrong. I hated selling insurance. I would call up random people and ask them if they wanted to buy life insurance or health insurance, and 99% of the time, they would just hang up on me. So I started looking for a new job again, and that escalated when I found a job at a local car dealership. I started working at the car dealership as a receptionist, and eventually I moved up to internet manager. I worked there for 2 years, and I learned a lot about sales. Then I started working for another car dealership, and eventually I became the finance director. I worked in finance for a few years, and then I decided to start my own business. As you can see, I've tried a lot of different things in my life before becoming successful. I've been a landscaper, I've sold insurance, I've worked in finance. But throughout all of it, I kept learning. I always strive to become better. And that's what I want you guys to do. You're going through tough times right now. I want you to embrace it, because that's what made me who I am today. It's the reason why I'm successful today. I'm successful because I've gone through so much in my life. I'm not saying that you need to go through tough times in order to become successful, but if you're going through it now, then use it to your advantage. Use it to motivate you. Use it to push you. I know a lot of you guys watching this video right now are dealing with financial problems. Maybe you retrying to save money to buy a car, or maybe you retrying to save money to start your own business. Whatever it is, I want you to remember one thing. Having financial problems is a blessing in disguise. Because if you can go through hard times and learn from it, become stronger from it, then nothing will stop you from being successful. You just have to keep pushing. Even when things get bad, even when you feel like giving up, just keep pushing. Because you don't know how close you are to success. Right now, you might be broke. You might not have enough money to buy the things that you want, but that doesn't mean that you can't become successful. That just means that you have to work harder than everybody else. It means that you have to grind. It means that you can't watch YouTube videos all day and expect to become successful. You have to take action. It's the only way you're going to become successful. And I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear that. You want to hear some motivational video about how you can become successful without doing anything? But it doesn't work like that. Becoming successful takes work. It takes dedication. It takes sacrifice. The reason why I became successful is because I sacrificed my time, my energy, my mental health. I sacrificed so much in order to become successful. I'm not saying that you need to sacrifice everything in your life in order to become successful, but you do need to be willing to make sacrifices. You need to be willing to put in the work. If you're not willing to do that, then you shouldn't even try to become successful, because it's not worth it. It's not worth sacrificing everything for. But if you're truly dedicated, if you're truly willing to do whatever it takes, then you should keep pushing no matter what happens. You know, a lot of people say that I'm lucky. They say that I got lucky in life. But they don't understand that luck has nothing to do with my success. I was simply willing to do what others weren't willing to do. I was willing to go through the pain. I was willing to put in the work. And that's what made me successful. And I know a lot of you guys can relate to that because you're redoing the same exact thing right now. You're going through the pain. You're putting in the work. You just need to keep pushing. Don't ever give up. I know a lot of you guys are going through hard times right now, but I want you to remember one thing. The fact that you going through hard times is a sign that you're about to change your life forever. Because if you can go through hard times and learn from it, become stronger from it, then nothing will stop you from being successful. You just have to keep pushing. Even when things get bad, even when you feel like giving up. Just keep pushing because you don't know how close you are to success.